Hello everyone, welcome back to more Tametsi. We're going to do puzzle number 89 today. Hopefully, we'll start it at least. Cross streets. I guess this is meant to be like these are kind of houses and this is a grid of streets going, or blocks or something, and there's a grid of streets going through them. Okay. We don't have diagonals. Very important to know. No diagonals. Do not make diagonal-based conclusions. Here's a good starting point, though. This 6 has 6 neighbors. And now I have a 0. And another 0. It's going swimmingly so far, don't you think? This 1 only has 1 neighbor. So does this one. This 2 has 3 neighbors. I almost was like, oh, just 2. But no, the A, I'll never get... Oh, in fact, the A must be one of them, because this 2 borders on the 1. Only one of these 2 can be a mine, and exactly one of them must be. This is a 0 now. I'm glad the game tells me, because I wouldn't have noticed otherwise. These kind of weird adjacency shapes are still not easy for me. This 2? Is that anything? Well, okay, how about this 1? Let's start there. This 2... I don't know. It tells me a little bit. I know at least one of these 2, therefore at most one of these 2. But I don't care enough about that to write it down yet. This 4 is not done. The 1 is, though. We have 3 of these 4, which is useful, maybe. These 2s all lined up together are somewhat suspicious. But I can't immediately do anything with them. Huh. Well, all right, let's start penciling stuff. We know at most one of these for this 1. But all that says is at least one of these, which is not very helpful. If I could say at least one of these, that might tell me something, but I can't. I also have, like, at most one of... at most one of these, at most one of these, therefore at least one of these? Again, doesn't seem terribly useful. I guess this 3 only has 4 neighbors. So we have at least one of these, which means at most one of all this. It's kind of interesting. What I want to do just for a minute here is count how many of these there are and how many are remaining in the grid. I don't think it's close. In fact, it's definitely not. Okay. It's just like, I don't know, since they're so scattered, it looks like there aren't many A's and B's in the grid, but there's actually a ton. Ah, this 1 is where we're meant to look. It shares these 2 spaces with this 1, but not these spaces. So there are none. Oh my god, I almost did it. I was almost dumb. We have no diagonals. It shares these 2 spaces, but not these 2. So we can conclude these 2, but we can't conclude the rest. And I would have been wrong. This is in fact a mine. This 1? Is that important? I don't think it is just yet. This one is, though. And here. Ah, and now the stuff we drew around this 2 is important, finally. This 3, remember, has at least one here. And this 2 has at least one here. That finishes this 2. And we can, in fact, update these to be exactly 1 and exactly 1. So the remaining mines for this 2 must be here, and for this 3 must be these 2. Ah, this one column is... Nope, it's not useful yet. I thought it solved this one, but they could be over here, of course. Or here. Or I thought this one solved the one column, but whatever, it doesn't. Well, we've made pretty good progress so far, but where to next? Ah, this 1. Yes, look at that. Only one of these 2, so to finish this 2 off, we need the second mine to be there. We have one of these 2, which means 5 of this remainder. But I can't quite do anything with that. I could do similarly with this 1, right? One of these 2, therefore 5 of these 6. Oh, no, that is useful. Look. But either one of them is useful. We have one of these, and therefore 5 in this area, which means at least one of these 2 Bs. So this 1 is actually finished. There's exactly one of these 2 Bs. 4 mines here. Well, I think I can conclude exactly which these are, but because I have 2 1s, but I'll leave both. I'll leave this all for a moment, just to get this 1 right. There's 1 here, so the rest of the row is safe. Great. Now, I can say that there is 1 mine here, and I need 2 in this area. Through weird adjacency, like they have to be the outer 2. Because if it were this inner one, there'd be nowhere to put another. So it's really the exact same kind of conclusion I always have about like a 1-2-1 pattern. It's just like framed weirdly because of the topology of this puzzle. This 1 needs a neighbor there, finishing this 0. 1 has to go there. Oh, 1 in this whole column? Really? You shouldn't have. Well, I know it's one of these 2 for this 2. There's a mine there, and the rest of the column is clear. Oh, and this is a 0, so we actually can see which one of them it is. That's a 1. This 3 next or across from a 1 needs these 2 both to be mines and this not. Now this 1 row puts a mine there. This 1 row can also be finished in like manner. This 2 has at most 1 out here, and therefore exactly 1 in here, and that's not a mine. And the 0 tells us how to resolve it. This 0 column says we can do this. 1 here finishes this 1, has to be a mine there. This 1's done. This is the column. This is that 1. That's done. Can't quite do this, I don't think. Ah, let's count. Yes, count Bs. There are 2 B mines. One of them's here, the other one's here, so this column is finished. And this 3 resolves the whole area. There's one B mine, that's fine. Ah, this 3. It can have at most 2 here, and it still has to have one of these 2. So this isn't a mine, and that 0 clarifies. There are 2 gray mines, huh? Really? This looks unsolvable. What am I missing? Like, I know I've only been looking at this for a few seconds, but I'm just like, there's nothing you can do here. We have exactly one of these 2. That's our B's out of the way. We have exactly one of all this. And that means we need one of these 2, but I don't know which one. Right? I could alternatively, I suppose, say there's one here. Well, I see. The point is, this can't be a mine. Because if it were, there'd be no place to put the second mine. It can't be on this column, and it can't be on this row, and that's the only gray space left. So we can click here to get more information about how to solve the rest, and those are the 2 gray mines. All right, another relatively quick one. At least we got into double digits this time, minutes-wise. That was 89 cross streets. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.